We are talking about boundaries, and the topic of the day is how to say no. Let me explain what I mean with how to say no. I mean how to say no or yes. It depends on what you want. But what I want to say is that either you want to say yes or no, let that be a yes or a no that you really mean. So you can change the title into how to say yes if you want to say yes, and how to say no if you want to say no. But how to not say no when you want to say yes, and how to say yes when you want to say no, right? I hope I didn't confuse you. But how to protect, how to defend your own opinion, your own idea, your own feeling. That's the point. Whatever you're saying, no, yes, how can you say that, mean it, and enforce that boundary on other people? First thing that I would like to ask you to do is to remind yourself again and again and again. There's nothing wrong in saying no. There's nothing wrong in saying what I feel. There's nothing wrong in saying what I want. It doesn't mean that I want to impose it, but there's nothing wrong in saying what I want, right? I remember something else now that I think it's also important to say. Sometimes somebody makes a decision that you cannot change. They're like, okay, you have to come with us, okay? But you don't want, but you have to. And then it's an obligation in a way. You have to do it, but you don't want. And then somebody says, yeah, but why don't you say that you don't want it? And you're like, what's the point? They have already made a decision. What's the point in me saying whether I like it or not? Yes, there is a point. And it's related to what I said before. There's nothing wrong in saying what you want. There's nothing wrong in saying what you like. It doesn't mean that you get it, but there's nothing wrong in saying whether you agree or not. So if there's a case where somebody has made a decision for you and you cannot change it, and sometimes, yes, indeed happens, things are not always within our control. It's perfectly okay if you go and say, well, okay, I'm going to do it your way this time, but I want to let you know that I don't like it, that I want to let you know that it was not to my agreement to do something like that. And it's fine. This way, you don't abandon yourself. Abandoning yourself is not only when you do what other people say, but also when you don't express whether you agree or disagree with that. So go out there and say whether you agree and disagree with something, irrelevant of what is happening, irrelevant of whether this is a decision that has already been made. Okay? So remind yourself there's nothing wrong with saying what I want. There's nothing wrong with saying no. Nothing wrong. Keep saying that again and again and again. There's nothing wrong with me feeling sad. There's nothing wrong with me being upset. There's nothing wrong with me disagreeing. Again, again, and again. See, I already said it, I don't know, 10, 20 times. I hope it reaches you. If you have done the course, Setting Boundaries, you know already how much time I have spent explaining. It's the first 6 steps, actually, helping you in order to internalize these self boundaries. So, one of the things that I would like you to remember is know your why. Why I'm setting boundary? What's the value behind it? Why is that important for me? Why I believe that it is a no or a yes? Why? Know your why. So, 2 things so far. Nothing wrong with what you want to say, no, yes. And secondly, know your why. And then going to the how to say no, I have put together 3 ways that you can say no so that you feel more comfortable with saying no, right? So saying no is not being a mean person that says no to everything and doesn't care about other people, and your facial expressions become mean and strict and distant. You can say no and still be kind to other people, right? So, one thing that you can do, say no and use your soft tone of voice. No, unfortunately, I cannot make it tonight. I am using my soft voice. I'm not trembling. I am not begging. I am firm, but I am also soft. No, I'm sorry. I cannot make it tonight. Right? So you can be kind. Many times we said that. You can be kind and set boundaries. The second thing you can do, you can be kind and set boundaries, and you can show that you are kind, you're still the same kind person when you offer alternatives. No, I'm sorry, I cannot come by today because I'm busy, because I have other plans. But can I come by tomorrow? Is that okay with you? No, I'm sorry, I cannot work in the weekends. But is that okay if I share this project with another colleague and then we make it happen faster? We complete that project sooner than what is expected, if that's what you want. You offer alternatives. I'm sorry, I cannot take another project, I cannot take another task, but I know that there's a person who has availability and who has just asked me for another project, and they would be very happy and they really match with that idea you have. So I think that they would be available for you. Would you like me to connect you two? I'm still there, I'm supporting, but it doesn't mean that I need to sacrifice myself and my energy and my free time. And sometimes you don't have alternatives, you don't have solutions, but you want to show to the other person that you do care. So you just go and say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to make it tonight, but I really know how important it is for you. But I'm really sad that I cannot make it. I wish things were different and I could join you. But that's not the case, unfortunately, for today. Don't over explain, but show to the other person that you still care. So say no. You don't need to just say no and leave the other person hanging there. You don't say no and be mad or strict. No, you can say no and still be the same kind and supporting person that you are. So I hope it was helpful. Let's change the idea, the connotation that the word boundaries has around them, and let's practice more boundaries. And we can practice more boundaries only if we reframe them into something more positive than what we have in our mind. So let me know how it's going, setting boundaries, and looking forward for your comments and your feedback. Have a good day, and don't forget your course, Setting Boundaries, Taking Control of Your Life. Have a good day. Take good care of yourself.